So I recently did my video of my top iPhone 14 Pro Max cases, and in that video I said, you know what, it was so hard to pick these 10 cases. There are so many cases that could have been on this list that just didn't make the cut list, all right? So that's what this video is. This is going to be the best honorable mention cases for the 14 Pro Max. Basically, if I can keep the list going from 11 to 20, that's what these cases would be. Now, these cases aren't going to be bad, all right? Every one of these are great cases, and they were just right there on the outside looking in. Now, doing this video, I think I got about 9 cases over here. So doing this video, I'm not really going to rank these. I'm just going to pick them out the pile, and we're going to talk about them like that, all right? So let's go ahead and get into it. And the first one that we got to talk about was the one that was literally on the outside looking in. This was teeter-tottering for the number 10 spot, and that's going to be the Nomad Rugged. All right, this is going to be a new offering from Nomad, because you know when we talk about Nomad, we're known for their leather cases, the slim sport cases, different things like that. But they stepped it up and said, you know what, we're going to go ahead and make a rugged case. So you're going to get that nice felt lining on the inside. You're going to get that magnet. You see that MagSafe right there. And basically, this is going to be more of a thicker grade case, all right? This is going to be a very rigid case, not that flimsy and flexible like that. But the reason why I like it is because you get an excellent fit on this case, all right? The fit is very, very tight. It's not going to come off unless you want this case to come off. Very, very snug fit. You get very good buttons. When we talk about nice and tactile buttons, that's exactly what you get with that. But one thing that I would like to see improved on the rugged case, no matter if you're watching this video, for it to be a rugged case, I need more rugged protection. And when I say that, it is the lip of this is just way too shallow for a case that has rugged in its name. Same thing when it comes to the camera, all right? When it comes to this camera, it's just a little too shallow for my liking. And the way this case is built, it has the characteristics just to give us a better raised lip all the way around. So that's something that I would like to see. But other than that, I think the grip is good. I like how clean and minimal that the case looks. Most rugged cases have too much going on. This has a very clean, smooth look, tight fit. The magnets are middle ground. They're not going to be earth-shattering. You know, they're easily mid-grade magnets, but not super weak. They easily get the job done when we are talking about magnets. So you definitely got no problem with it when we are talking about MagSafe. So this is going to be the Nomad Rugged. Love this case. Ran this case for a certain period of time, and this right here could have been in that top 10. It would have been number 10, almost probably number 9, but this is an excellent case from Nomad. They did a really, really good job with their first offering of a rugged case. Now, this next one is one that a lot of you were asking about. Y'all was like, what? Where's the case? How does this case come to being your number 1 case before for the 13 Pro Max to not even being on the list this year? But I still got to give love to the Pitaka MagEZ Pro case, all right? Now, even though this case just disappoints me ever so slightly because it used to be such a good case, it's still a very solid case, but you got to take the weaknesses for what it is, all right? Now, when it comes to this, you guys should already know you're going to get that nice lining on the inside. You're going to get those magnets. This is going to be a very, very rigid case. Nothing soft, nothing flimsy, or anything going on like that. Now, even though I had some negative things to say about this case, it doesn't take over the fact that this case is probably still one of, if not, the best fitting case on the market when it comes to your 14 Pro Max. This case just fits absolutely tight. Love the fit of the Pitaka Pro case because that's why this case was so good last year. Strong magnets, buttons were a little suspect. Buttons still are a little suspect. But the fit, the finish, everything else about this case was absolutely amazing. So they did nuke the MagSafe strength a little bit. This thing used to pick this base up without any issues. Now it doesn't even try to move it. So they have weakened up the MagSafe. Yes, it does still work, but there's so many other cases that have strong MagSafe. And I'm not saying that you have to have the strongest, but when you have a weaker magnet, things like when I have this in my car on a mount, it tends to fall off. Different things like that. So I would like to see the magnet improve a little bit when it comes to this. And also the buttons, all right? That was some of my main concerns. The buttons aren't terrible, but there are a world of, during my first top 10 case video, all of the buttons on that list were phenomenal. Every one of them were great. It just kind of pains me to see that these buttons just aren't as good as they used to be. But the protection is there. One thing I don't like about the Pitaka Pro case is when you drop these cases, it's going to show the damage. All right, a lot of these cases, if you drop it, the frame, the outside border can kind of absorb some of that damage, and you'll be all right. But this one, you will see the damage, no doubt about it. You're going to get a little smudges, but I mean, that's going to be a characteristic of just about every Aramid fiber back case. But feels good in your hands. Very slim. The protection is there. Has an amazing fit. You know, MagSafe is decent. You're going to get that camera ring. just the overall still a great case, all right? It's, if you don't use MagSafe, then you can negate MagSafe. And the buttons, I mean, the buttons aren't terrible. I just want to see them improve. So if you don't use MagSafe, this can easily be a #1 case for you because it is still a great case. So here it is. It's going to be the Pitaka MagEZ Pro case. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about the UAG Civilian case. All right, now this case right here, I think I named it the most underrated case there is for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. One of them. I do think another case is kind of underrated as well. That's such an amazing case, but I do think this one is probably another one of the most underrated cases because of everything about it. I mean, you get those MagSafe. Now, when it comes to UAG and MagSafe, they don't have the strongest magnets. UAG, your cases cost a lot of money, and I really would like to see those magnets improved in your cases because we can't be spending close to $50, $60, and the MagSafe magnets is usually a bit weak. So we gotta kind of step those magnets up. But when we talk about the fit of this case, spot on, very, very good. When you're talking about the fit, you get excellent buttons. The buttons are a little bit different. You know, the way the buttons look are a tad different, but they are very tactile, works just fine. You get a little lip, you get a decent lip that goes all the way around it. You're gonna get that little raised lip when it comes to the, when it comes to the camera right there. So you'll be good in that sense. It just feels good. Now, one thing that I have to kind of hammer it on is the back, all right? The back is going to be slippery and the back will scratch up. I like cases that I can go sit on bricks if I wanted to, and it's not really going to show the damage, all right? This is going to be plastic. As soon as you set this down somewhere, it's going to scratch. That's the one thing that it is the downside of this case. Another downside of the case, if I can say something, I know a lot of these cases can be two-tone because you see like it's a blue on the on the back, black all the way around, and then they got the gray right here. Let's just make a complete black case, all right, with no two tones. I get that's your theme, black case, stealth it out, all blue, all gray. Like just keep it clean and keep it stealthy, and I think that will be a much better look in my opinion. You get the accurate cutouts on the bottom when you're talking about your speakers, so it has all the characteristics of an amazing case. Love this case. Case almost probably could have made that first original top 10 list, but it's just a lot of cases just looking just a little bit better when we're talking about magnets and the material that's on the back. But this is a nice case, and I love my time when I ran it. I might actually give this case a little bit more run. So this is going to be the UAG Civilian with MagSafe. Make sure you pay attention because they make two versions with and without MagSafe. Now this one right here, we ain't really going to spend a lot of time on it. Y'all know how I feel about the official Apple cases, but I'm not going to sit here and hate. I'm not going to sit here and lie. The Apple silicone cases definitely are the best cases if you want to match the color of your case to your phone. Nobody else has color options like them. And I did use this for a good while. And I can't lie, the case does feel good. All right, I can't lie. I can't sit up here and tell no lie. The case does feel good. All right, we talking about it does provide a little bit of grip. Buttons work perfect. You get a perfect fit. The MagSafe is middle ground. All right, I mean it's just a solid. It's a solid case. It took me a lot to even put this on the honorable mention list because I still think these cases are just overpriced for what you get, and compared to the competition that's out there, you can get a much better case. But you got to talk about the case for what it is, and it's still a great case. Buttons, grip, protection, yeah, you know what it is when it comes to protection when it comes to the silicone cases. I know a lot of people always debate and say these just aren't the quality that they used to be. I don't personally know. I don't run these cases enough to know the quality differences, but I know that's the thing out here. But the Apple silicone case, actually, and I like how thin it is, minimal, the way it fits. Love the feel in your hand. Love the dope colors that they offer. I like it. I wouldn't use it long term because this is kind of like, it's not really my style, but I like it. I think it's a solid case for somebody out there that just wants to go pick up a case when they get their phone from the Apple store. I mean, hey, a lot of people run this case and a lot of people love this case. So there it is, man. This is going to be the Apple silicone case. I had to put it up on the list. I can't make my big dog list because it's, like I said, the competition is just too strong around that price point. But for this list, for a nice mid-tier top 20 cases, I think that's pretty good, considering how many cases I got sitting on the ground up in here. This case right here was one that I'm a little disappointed with, but it's still a okay case, and I think it deserves to be in the top 20, and this is going to be the Rhinoshield SolidSuit. All right, the SolidSuit was one of my favorite cases for so long, and so many people complained about how hard it was to get the case off, and you got to just do some finger exercises or something because this new design I'm not a huge fan of, all right? This used to be a very stiff, very hardcore feeling when it comes to these cases. Now it's a little bit more flimsy, it's a little bit more flexible, but everything actually still fits very tight. Don't really let that fool you, all right? Everything still fits very good. Now, one thing about the SolidSuit case that I don't know if I have a bad version, which everyone that I received kind of does this, it feels like the phone is too big for the case. Like, I don't know if you're looking at it. I don't know. It's just something like this side is not fitting the way I would like for it to feel. But I don't know. That could be an issue of mine. If you got the SolidSuit out there, man, y'all let me know how yours is fitting. But the grip of the case is actually pretty good. I know a lot of time people used to call this the slippery suit when it came to Rhinoshield cases. So the grip I feel like is a little bit more improved. The MagSafe strength, I mean, the Rhinoshield, they were late to the party with MagSafe, but when they brought MagSafe, they brought it, all right? I'm talking about super strong magnets when it comes to the Rhinoshield cases. So I'm very improved, very, happy to see that being a certain thing. Even the fit is still good when it comes to this cases. You get the interchangeable buttons, all right? I'm not really going to exchange them out right now, but you can pop the buttons on the power button. You can pop those out. You can pop the power button, switch that, and you can pop out this camera ring and switch that. I know a lot of people kind of, have controversy over this camera ring. I'm right there with you. Just, I don't know what this little design is. Maybe it's the Rhinoshield type branding design. I don't know, but just take it off. You know what I mean? Let's just take it off. You know what I mean? So that's what that is when it comes to that. And yeah, I think it's a solid case, solid MagSafe, solid fit. Clean the fit up a little bit. Buttons are amazing. MagSafe strength is amazing. The color options that you get this year is a lot better, and you can kind of customize it to your liking over on the Rhinoshield website. So here it is. This is going to be the Rhinoshield SolidSuit. Would like for some things to be cleaned up, but I definitely think it is one of the top 20 cases. Now, this next case is going to be the definition of rugged, all right? And that's what this Rokform case is going to be right here. If there is a case that I recommend to anybody out there that's living a rough lifestyle, not a rough lifestyle, but if you outside with the elements and different things like that, I think this right here is going to be one of the best options for you. I love the Rokform cases. I love the strength that they give you, but they still care about your protection because most rugged cases aren't going to give you no soft lining on the inside. That's exactly what they gave you. You do have this mount system right here, all right? I know a lot of my motorcycle riders and a lot of you watch the channel trying to find accessories, a lot of you have this because of how strong the magnets are, and they do have a mount system that you can basically pop out right here and put a mount system up there, do as you please. So that's kind of good to see, and they also made an insert because there used to be an issue with wireless charging. With this case, they made an insert that you can pop this off that makes it compatible with wireless charging. So it's good to see Rokform listening to these reviews and different things like that. But what I love about this case is this thing fits extremely tight. Now, one thing that that kind of annoys me a little bit is the flat buttons. I would like to see these protrude out a little bit because flat buttons, it just make it a little bit difficult to find. Yes, it's muscle memory if you're an iPhone person, but it does make it a little bit hard to find and grasp if you get what I'm saying. But nonetheless, the fit is absolutely amazing. Around the sides, it's like concrete. You cannot move anything when it comes to the sides. Top and bottom, you're going to have a little bit of give. For a Rokform Rugged, once again, man, I don't know what it is. I know people don't want to make the camera bumps too big, but I'm going to need a little bit more protection around that camera, all right? But when it comes to the side protection and the front protection and everything that this case has to offer, tight fit, and the magnets are just, the magnets are just insane. Look at this. I'm going to shake like, y'all see me trying. The magnets are just absolutely insane on the Rokform case, but they cheat, all right? They got a few different magnets. They got this assistant magnet right here that really helps it, but when I tell you this thing can probably pick this base, it can probably pick this base up. I almost think it could pick it up by itself, but the magnet on this thing is just unreal, all right? You never see me kind of freely motioning. Unreal magnet when it comes to this Rokform. So not only do you get the protection, not only you can use it for something if you're a motorcycle rider or if you need to mount your phone on some type of, apparatus to where you're constantly moving car, I don't know, whatever you do, you can do it with confidence with this Rokform case because this is an absolute beast. Protection, solid, you even get like an aramid kind of carbon fiber design. Definitely think this is probably one of, if not the best rugged case out there on the market. So here it is, rugged from Rokform. Now this one, I still beefing at Speck for sending me this lavender purple looking case, but the Speck Presidio Grip 2, I still feel like is an amazing case. Now this case really made, it kind of made my top case, I think, for the 13, or it did make, I can't remember if this case made it, but it's an amazing case. Once again, I think it's a solid case. You get very nice buttons. The fit of the grip is so tight. All right, this is gonna be another case that fits insanely well. And I love to see that when it comes to it. Buttons, I mean, absolutely phenomenal. You get excellent buttons. You get excellent colors to choose from. This technically isn't my color of choice, but if you got a deep purple iPhone, I guess this could be a color of choice if that's your thing. So yeah, I think it's a smooth looking case. When it comes to MagSafe, I think it's a middle ground. It's not nothing too crazy, you know what I mean? But it gets the job done when we are talking about MagSafe. So solid case right here. You're gonna get a nice little lip when it comes to that lid on the tail protection. Actually, a very generous lip. Flipping it over, you're gonna get that nice lip when it comes to the camera. I almost think this is probably one of the best cases on this list that has a nice lip around the camera, because a lot of them be lacking that protection around the camera. But that's what it is. And then when it comes to the grip, I feel like these grips just really settle in on your hand very well. So you can grip this case. It's not slippery. I don't feel like it adds too much bulk. So the Presidio 2 grip, I had to put it up on this list because it really checks all the boxes, all right? In my opinion, it checks all the boxes. Great button, great fit, great grip, not too thick, has the protection. Could be on that top 10 list, man. But like I said, yo, with these Speck prices, you got to go up in price. And I always try to compare the prices for what you get when it comes to a case compared to the competition. But that outside, this is still a great case. So Speck Presidio 2 grip. I don't know if it's the 3 grip. I think it's the 2 grip still for the 14 Pro Max. Now this one right here is definitely one of my favorites. I kind of felt a little bad kind of kicking this out of the top 10, but we got to talk about the Rhinoshield clear case. All right, this is easily my favorite case offered from Rhinoshield right now, and it's just an amazing clear case, and it might be the best clear case right there on the market. Now, you just negate this purple little ring right here. I'm doing the best cases for the deep purple, and I'm showing you how you can kind of customize the Rhinoshield experience to kind of cater to your purple phone. So, and that's one thing that I like about this. If you got a clear case, if you have a purple iPhone, you can change this ring to be purple. You can change your buttons to be purple. You can really cater it to your purple needs. But outside of that, I mean, this is going to be a clear case that's not going to yellow over time. All right, I still have my iPhone 13 Pro Max version that I've had for a while now, and it still looks the exact same clear as this brand new 14 Pro Max model that I have. So same characteristics that you get from the SolidSuit, except the fit is going to be a little bit better. It actually fits like it's designed for the actual phone. You're going to get those amazing buttons, all right? You're going to get that ability to change that camera ring on the outside, and you're going to get very strong MagSafe magnets, all right? Like I said, when Rhinoshield was late, but when they brought the magnets, they brought it, all right? So you're going to get very strong magnets, and this is going to be a clear case that yellows over time, but you're going to get the same classic clear case characteristics. I mean, classic clear case characteristics. You say that about 4 times, but you're going to get your fingerprints, you're going to get your smudges, but one thing you're not going to get is yellowing, because this thing is highly resistant from yellowing, and I think it does a very good job. So cutouts on the bottom, you can check that out if that's your thing. You can kind of check the cutouts on the bottom, but I do think this is a phenomenal case. All right, we will do a case battle between this one and that Casetify clear case that beat it out just a little bit. We'll do a little case battle for that and see which one comes out on top. It's going to be very close, except the prices is going to be a little night and day. But put that aside, man. The Rhinoshield clear case is definitely a good one. This one deserves to be like on that top list, maybe 11 or 12, around that area, along with the Nomad Rugged. This is going to be a great case. Now this right here is going to be another case where I'm doing it for the purple video, so negate the colors, man. This is going to be the Unicorn Beetle Mag, all right? I love this case right here because it's such affordable, and it just is a good all-around case. This is a solid case all the way around, all right? So when it comes to this one, you're going to get a few different color options, like I said, that you can cater to your iPhone. This one right here is going to be catering to the deep purple. You're going to get that purple. You're going to get that light lavender kind of mix up when it comes to this case. Clear case with that MagSafe. Love the folks over there at Supcase, man. They actually right the street from me up here in Georgia, man. And such a solid case for the price that you get. I mean, the buttons, simple, clicky, easy. You're going to get nice protection. I feel like you have a little bit more cushion on these corners. That's going to feel absolutely amazing. The fit is going to be very good. That's all the way around. And then when it comes to the MagSafe strength, you get decent MagSafe strength. It actually tries to pick up this base right here, but it doesn't get it all the way, but it tries and it comes close. But I always put this case around my top best cases because it's a consistent case year after year, and it just simply gets the job done. Very plain to the point. I feel like has nice grip with these rubber sides, doesn't add too much bulk. The Unicorn Beetle style is a consistent, timeless design that just continues to get it done year after year. So shout out to Supcase for always delivering a great case. So this is going to be a Unicorn Beetle mag. And last but not least, we got to go ahead and talk about the Tough Armor mag. This case never makes my top, but it always makes this second tier case. You know what I'm saying? The Tough Armor mag is always another case that I always love the fit. I love the price that you get. It has the flat buttons, but I mean, I'm used to Tough Armor cases. They've been around. They've been doing it for a very long time. But other than that, man, nice buttons. Once you do find them, you get a very nice fit. Magnets, when it comes to Spigen, you know Spigen isn't going to give you any groundbreaking magnets, but the Tough Armor does pretty decent. It actually tries to pick up this base right here, so I'm not entirely too bad with, too mad with the Tough Armor. Nice, stealthy black design. You're going to get a lip that goes around it. You're going to get that kickstand. I'm personally not a fan of the kickstand just because of its plastic and it's kind of flimsy. I think people do kickstands just a little bit better in my opinion. You're going to get that cutout for that Apple logo if that's your thing. I know a lot of people don't want to see Apple logo cut out, but when you have that space black, this right here is a very clean and stealthy look. Tight fitting, you can get some decent protection. I wasn't gonna say it's gonna be like a lot of protection, but you will get some pretty solid protection like that. Speaking, what I would like to see you do is come out with a Tough Armor mag that has no kickstand, just clean back. Just, you can keep the cutout, but just negate this right here. That will be a smooth case right there. So here it is. This is going to be the Spigen Tough Armor mag, finishing up the list for the best honorable mention cases. So that's going to be it for the top honorable mention cases. All right, these are going to be the 11 through 20 ranked cases. But if you missed the top 10 cases, all right, the best cases that I think out there in the market for your iPhone 14 Pro Max, I'll be sure to link it up above.